Module 167. In this module, we are going to discuss about transnational corporations in the world of sovereign state, where we are going to focus on the control of natural resources, which is made by transnational corporation. Whenever we were discussing about multinational corporations, which are increasingly referred as transnational corporation with marginal difference, actually they start having the ownership of natural resources across the world. So first of all, as we already know that the natural resource exploitation is considered to be the common resource, because all kind of natural resources which belongs to a particular country, they are considered as common resource because they belongs to the whole population of that particular country. And whenever we say common resource mean that kind of resource where you cannot claim for the rivalness, or you cannot exclude people from using it. It is just type of a public good, and but since that resource is available across the whole country, so it is called common, and since it belongs to the nature of resource, so it is resource. So basically state involvement has needed, because due to the nature of public good, these commodities or these natural resources, they were considered important for each nation. Therefore the state or the government need not to allow transnational corporations or any kind of international company to have the ownership of these resources, and later on some stage the local people are incapable to enjoy that particular resource. Therefore what has happened, that state involvement was required, and that is related to the forest, it was related to the minerals, it was related to the fisheries, so all these sectors and many more. So what was going on before 19th century? Actually government used to collect rent. They allow the companies to make all kind of decisions regarding where, when and how to exploit a particular natural resource. So all kind of these major decisions are being made by the local company or maybe the international companies, and only role of the government or state is to collect rent from them or charge any kind of taxes which are going to impose, or any kind of royalty. Royalty is that kind of returns which is paid to the resource owner when the resource owner by itself is not going to get that resource for its own use, but someone is going to extract that resource for any kind of common use. So end of the 19th century, powerful firms emerged, and these are definitely the multinational corporation kind of things, and specifically they got edge in mining and petroleum industry. And the mining and petroleum industry, we already know, belongs to the purely natural resource. And the core nations government start taking interest in these firms as well, because now these firms are becoming more stronger, and they have developed that kind of technology which was not previously available to the government to exploit these resources. The government don't know how to convert these natural resources into usable commercial product, which has been done by these corporations or companies. Therefore once that has been done by these companies, government start taking interest, because now government consider that this is the time when we must learn that particular techniques to explore more resources, or may control the power or the exploitative potential of these companies or corporations. And therefore government start taking more interest. And secondly, mechanized warfare was going on. More mechanization is going to happen. More fields and areas and different kind of dimensions of economy was becoming more digital and technology oriented, and so that needs more effort by the end of the government. So dominant domestic firms, they actually reflected the application of the science, and they develop proprietary technologies. And these proprietary technologies actually reflect that how the natural resources, a specific natural resource can be converted into a specific final product, consumable product, mean that is available to the consumer to consume. So exploring United States' vast and diversified natural resources in the pursuit of development, that has allowed these US corporate sector to evolve and to develop more. Because what was going on, US wants to develop more rapidly and quickly. They are allowing different kind of corporations and companies to explore more at vast level these natural sources and more diversified natural sources. And that effort was made by these companies, and these companies successfully learn the techniques, learn the technology, learn the system and procedures to develop that proprietary technologies and develop that kind of strength and expertise, which actually allowed these companies or corporations to become transnational corporation, because now they offer these expertise and these specializations to other countries to explore their natural sources. Therefore, they have that kind of competitive advantage or comparative advantage which allow these transnational corporations to use their expertise to get more monopolistic power across other world with reference to the exploring of the natural sources and converting into usable products. So what has happened through 1920s, it was observed that Middle East countries were considered to be the weak states, since they were not capable in terms of their knowledge, technology, resources were there, abundantly natural resources were available, but they don't have that kind of skills and knowledge and expertise to explore them and use them more productively for their growth process. So actually at that time they provided different kind of concessions to these companies, and this allowed the different kind of concession include the volume and nature of the investment. They were free transnational corporations to explore any area of choice. And then production level, how much output should be produced and how much should not. Production facility size, whether they are producing at high scale, large scale or small scale. Explosion and transportation of capacities, how much it need to be built up. Actually all these kind of concessions deprive the state to deprive that right to intervene in that the affairs of these transnational corporations, because these concessions allowed these corporations and transnational companies to make their own decisions more effectively, more independently from the government, and so government lose their control over them.